Uh, uh, హలో హలో మైక్ టెస్టింగ్ 1 2 3 వినపడుతుందా? హలో హలో.
Recording in progress.
CSS introduction, CSS, how to apply, you studied. How remembered or forgot? 5 days gap came. Remember? How many ways to apply CSS? 3 ways. What is the first one? Inline CSS. Second one, internal CSS. Next, external CSS. If you want to use inline CSS, what we require in HTML? Style, attribute. Internal CSS, style, tag. External CSS, link, tag. Okay. When we have to use inline CSS, if you want to apply style to a particular HTML element, right? Internal CSS, particular web page. External CSS, multiple web pages. Okay. Right. Suppose edit plus suppose H1, again H1, again H1. Now, in this program, is there any CSS code? No CSS code. Okay. See, inline CSS to a particular element, one style if you want to apply. Suppose for this one style, for this one style, for this one style. If you want to apply, then you can go for inline CSS. Properties you studied. Only 2 properties you studied. What are those? Color, background color. Only 2 properties you studied. Like that, thousands are there. Okay. Only 2 properties, color, background color. Color for text color, background color for background color. Foreground, background, like that. See, if you want to apply for this one style, for this one color, for this one color, you can use inline CSS. Inline CSS, if you want to write, what we have to write? Style equal to color colon red. Okay, color colon red. Like this we'll write. File, save. It is one particular style to a particular HTML element. See? Now, HTML, one style. CSS, for this one more style. Style equal to color colon green. Okay. Here. Style color colon blue. Okay. See, red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. I applied red, green, blue. See, this is one style. It is one more style. It is one more style. Now, style means not only color. So many are there. That you will see further. So many are there. Okay. Now, present. This is which type CSS? Inline CSS. This one, if you want to write internal CSS, Suppose for these all elements, one particular color, style, tag, head open, head close. After that, style open, style close. Year. What do you write? H1. Open brace, close brace. Color colon red. Okay, all red color. Now, here what is H1? Selector. Here it is selector. But here what is H1? Tag. Can I call element? Yes. It is called selector. It is called element or tag. Okay. What is color colon red semicolon? Property declaration. Property declaration. What is color? Property name. What is red? Property value. Okay. This is about internal CSS. That is internal CSS. External CSS, if you want to write, what do you write? Link. What are the attributes? REL, relation. What do you write? Style sheet. Next, href equal to one file name like this. Okay. In a demo.css, you can write the code. Same code you can write. Now, so inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS, all you remembered. Very good. Okay, you didn't forget. Now here, if I apply inline, internal, external, then which is of highest priority? Inline. Which is next? Internal or external, whichever is latest. That is. Okay. So first priority inline CSS. Later either this or this, whichever is latest. Okay. These all you studied. For this one, we used style attribute. For this one, we used style tag. For this one, we used link tag. Okay. These all you studied. Clear. CSS selectors. How many categories are there? 5. What is the first one? Simple selectors. Second one, grouping selectors. Third one, combinator selectors. Next, attribute selectors. Pseudo selectors. Five categories of selectors are there. Okay. Now, CSS selectors are divided into 5 categories. Simple selectors, grouping selectors, combinator selectors, attribute selector, pseudo selectors. 5 categories of selectors. Simple selectors you studied. How many are there? 3. What is the first one? First one, element selector. Second one, ID selector. Third one, class selector. Okay. Now, element selector, ID selector, class selector. I think 3 programs also completed. Okay. Element selector. What will write? Element name. ID selector. Value of ID attribute. Value of ID attribute starts with as symbol. Class selector. Value of class attribute starts with dot symbol. Okay. Now, when we have to use element, when we have to use ID, when we have to use class. When we have to use element selector, when we have to use ID selector, when we have to use class selector. This one. All elements. Same elements, all element if you want. This one. One particular element. How many times you can write ID value? Only one time. Class, many times. Okay. 3 times, 2 times also you can write. More than one also. Now, you studied simple selectors, only one category of selectors you studied. See, suppose ear head, style. No. Here, three H1 elements are there. For these all, I want to apply same style. Then which one we have to use? Element selector. What we have to write? H1. After that, open brace, close brace, color colon red. So like this you can write. Okay. Now, like this. Suppose every element different if you want. Which selector? ID selector. Every element different. Now ID selector. Suppose here what you have to write? ID equal to demo. Next, ID equal to suppose test. Here ID equal to something sample. Now this we can write. Here what you have to write? Hash demo. Next, color colon red. Next, hash test color colon green. Next, hash sample color something. Okay. Now like this, red, green, blue. File save. Now, okay. This is ID. Now, instead of this, you can use inline CSS. What's the difference? Inline CSS also can write, no? Here, I written like this, but instead of this one, it is better appears. H1 style equal to color colon red. Like this you can write. One more H1 style equal to color colon green. One more H1 style equal to color colon blue. Like this also you can write, no? Like this also we can write. Like this also we can write. Like this also we can write. Okay. Which is better? Inline CSS is better. Okay. Particular element, one particular style if you want, better to go for inline. Wherever you want, there only you can write directly. But instead of loading these all header tag, later first, later body tag, these all directly inline tag is better. It is at a time element loaded, style applied very quickly. Okay. But ID to class difference is there. But ID means only how many times you can write now demo? One time only or write. Test one time only. Sample one time only. If you want more than one time, class. More than one time, you can go for class. Okay. See, suppose this is demo, year sample, year test I'll write. But in this situation, what you write? Class. Year class. In this situation, year first one demo, this is dot test. We have to remove sample. Now, HTML one color, CS and JavaScript one more color. So, only one use ID, multiple use class, all use element, that particular element. Okay. But this class selector is there, no, it is not compulsory to H1 only. You can apply other also. You observe. Suppose here one paragraph, hypertext markup language. Here, one more paragraph. Cascading style sheets. Okay, these two paragraphs are given. See. Now, here these two black color only displayed. Now, this class you can apply here also. Suppose here class equal to test. You can write. See, here this is also green color displayed. Okay. One more, you observe. Class, multiple class also you can apply. How? I'll show you. Okay, multiple also we can apply. Now, see, here what I'll do is, I'll remove these all at present. I'll remove this ID, all those things you observe. Complete, I'll remove. Complete CSS, I'm going to remove. Now, whatever you studied up to here, last class you studied. Now, new concept you observe. Here, this class selector and more than one class also you can apply value. You observe. Suppose class equal to demo. Okay. Here one class equal to test. Okay. So just I'll write to you observe. Class demo, class test. I written. What I'll do, you observe here. How to write? Dot demo. Dot demo. Here. Dot demo. Color red. Okay. Dot demo color red. This color red came. Now dot test. You observe. Dot test color colon yellow. So background color. Yellow. You observe. Now, here, this part is CSS. This part is CSS. Seeing this dot, you understood it is a class value, class attribute value. Value of class attribute. Seeing this dot, you understood it is a value of class attribute. Here, this class name should be there. I written. This class name should be there. Now, HTML font color red appears. CSS background color yellow appears. File, save. If I run, you observe HTML font color red. CSS background color yellow. Okay. Now, for this one, I want to apply two classes. You observe here. Class equal to demo space test. Two classes. Now you observe. It is what is happened. Red color also applied, background yellow also applied. So more than one class also you can write. This is class selector. So class selector allows to select more than one class also. So here, it is called selector. It is class selector. So you studied element selector, ID selector, class selector. Okay. Now here, class attribute can have more than one class also. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Then two class selectors are applied to this paragraph. That is one concept. Okay. Just these are already studied. Just note down. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Just example. Class attribute can have more than one class also. Now, write this example. Class attribute can have more than one class also. See, here only demo applied. Here test applied. Here demo and test. Two classes applied. So here what is up? Which only demo class applied. Here only test class applied. Here demo and test both applied. Here style is not applied. Here no style. Here only one style applied. Here no style. Here one style. Here both. So here foreground color only applied. Here background color only applied. Here foreground, background both applied. Here colors are not applied. That type. Like that I given. Okay. This is example of more than one class. Okay. Example of more than one class. Suppose what I'll do, just you observe. Priority. Here priority you observe. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. No. Again, simple. Now, if I write H1, it is which selector? Which selector? Element selector. It selects the all H1 elements. Okay. Color colon red. Then all selected red. Okay. Here ID equal to I'm writing demo. Okay. Here hash demo. Color colon green. Then here which color comes? Think yourself. Which color comes? Red or green? Here ID will be unique, no? That's what priority will be given to ID. Green color. Now, actually, it is applicable. It is also applicable. But which is highest priority? ID. ID is the highest priority. Okay. Now, here in this line, this selector applicable. This selector applicable. But which is applied? Green applied. Okay. Now, class equal to test. Okay. Here test is not there, no? Now, here dot test. Color colon blue. Then here what is applicable? H1 applicable, dot test applicable. Then which one applied? Blue color. So if we compare first priority ID. Now if you write ID and class, suppose here only, class equal to test. Class 2 times also you can write, no? Now for this one which is applied? ID. For this one which is applied? Class. For this one which is applied? Element. That's it. See, no change. Here I'll remove ID. Now which color comes? HTML which color comes? Test. Nothing but blue. See, blue. But if I write ID, which color comes? Green. So here how many selectors are there? 3. Element selector, ID selector, class selector. Now for this one, all are applicable. But giving a priority, ID. Even ID you write here also, That is, it is not compulsory to write this one ID like latest like that. Anywhere you write, first ID only applicable. So H1, according to this selector, it is selected. According to this one, it is selected. So that means this element selected again. According to this one, it is selected. That means here element selector applicable, ID selector applicable, class selector applicable. But which is highest priority? ID. ID equal to demo. What you are getting? Green you are getting. Class equal to here in these 3, which one coming? ID. Here 2 selectors applicable. Element selector, class selector. Which is applied? Class selector. Okay. That means second priority, class. Last element. Now note down. Priority of selectors. First one, ID selector. Second one, class selector. Third one, element selector. Priority of selectors. ID selector, class selector, element selector. Priority of selectors. ID selector, class selector, element selector. So first ID selector, next class selector, next element selector. Is it on? Write the program. Example. HTML, which color appears? ID, nothing but green. CSS, blue. JavaScript, red. Okay. Now done. In the above example, HTML appears red color because ID is the highest priority. In the above example, HTML appears red color because ID is the highest priority. No, sorry. Green color, no? No, yes, you write this is green. In the above example, HTML appears green color because ID is a highest priority. Comma, CSS appears which color? Blue color. Because class is a next priority. In the above example, HTML appears green color because ID is the highest priority. CSS appears blue color because class is the next priority, second priority. So even by mistake, if you write 3 also, ID applicable. Okay, ID applicable. Selectors are important. Selectors are important as compared to properties. Is it over? Writing is over? Here, suppose you studied already comments. Comment syntax, I will write HTML comment. HTML comment syntax. What will write? Less than, exclamatory, hyphen, hyphen. You can write after that, hyphen, hyphen, greater than. CSS comment syntax. Forward slash star. You can write again star forward slash. Here you can write comment. CSS comments syntax. So HTML place, if you want to write comment, you have to write like this. CSS place, if you want to write comment, you have to write like this. CSS code, there if you want to write comment, you must write like this. HTML is there, you must write like this. Comments are only our understanding purpose, not for browser. The browser will ignore the comment, only our understanding purpose. Suppose that program is there, that program description, that program what purpose we written, description, you can write with comments. Suppose, for example, in this program only, actually this program what purpose I explained? Priorities. So I want to write some comment. Program to demonstrate priorities of simple selectors. Like this you can write. So program to demonstrate priorities of simple selectors. Like this I written. Now suppose this selector is called element selector. It is called ID selector. This is called It is CSS code or HTML code. Here I want to write. Can I write like this? Can I write like this? No. In this case, if you want to write, you can write like this. It is a element selector. Like this, you can write comment. It is a element selector. Here. Just space, without space also okay. It is a ID selector. Like this, you can write comments. This is only understanding for our understanding purpose, not for browser. So, like this HTML comment, like this CSS comment. In the CSS, if you want to write, you have to write like this. That is only programmer understanding purpose. Suppose after 1 week you'll open this program. After 1 week you'll open. After 1 week, if you open, what purpose you written this program is complete code you have to see. Instead of that, seeing this line, you'll understand, no? This program I written for priorities of simple selectors. Seeing that line only you'll understand. Otherwise, complete code you have to see. What purpose you written. You have to write the program. Yeah, this program you have to execute. Then only you may understand what purpose you written. But instead of that, like this, if you write comments, after 1 week also open, after 1 year also open. Seeing that line only you'll understand. Okay. While developing projects, many programs will write. Which program, what purpose you written, you may forget. At the time, this type of comments if you write, easily you can understand. Even other programmer also can understand. Suppose in future, you may develop application, you may resign. One more person will update your project. While updating, seeing this comment, like this will write. Suppose here if you want to write comment, how to write? Again, let's. Here if you want to write, what you have to do? Again, less than, exclamatory mark, hyphens, you have to write code. You can write like this because it is HTML. So in the HTML place, if you want to write comment, this is CSS place. If you want to write comment like this. Now file, save. If I run this program, any effect is there? No. Comments are ignored by the browser. Already given. Okay. Next, write it otherwise. Note. Comments are ignored by the browser. Comments are ignored by the browser. Comments are ignored by the browser. See, here I written one comment. Program to demonstrate priorities of simple selectors. It is a element selector. It is a ID selector. It is a class selector. Like this, some comments are written. So this is HTML comment. These are CSS comments. Okay. Total, how many categories of selectors are there? 5. How many categories you studied? Only 1. In that, what is the category name? Simple selector. How many simple selectors? 3. What are those? Element selector, ID selector, class selector. If you write 3, which is applicable? ID selector. Suppose if you don't write ID, next which is class selector, next element selector. That is. These all you studied. Okay. These selectors are most important, but this first category only completed. This category I'll start tomorrow because strength is less. Tomorrow I'll continue. Okay. Tomorrow grouping selectors I'll explain. Then I'll start some properties. After that, these three later I'll cover. Okay. First grouping selector I'll start. Tomorrow, some properties I'll start. Till you studied only two properties, color, background color. Tomorrow, other properties I'll give. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Uh, Online students. Uh, Vanamala. Just 1 minute, I'll show you. Ibrahim, that program. Okay. Vanamala, 1 minute, I'll explain. Rahim, download option is there. Download all option also is there. Hima Bindu. Okay, notes I'll share. Shivarama Krishna. That is selector selects the elements. In all places also you can write. It overrides. Asma Afrin. I didn't check mail. Okay, I'll respond. I'll check it. Ashish. Ashish, what is your doubt? Question also you want to read because it will take more time like that. That's what I'm saying. Names because per batch 600-700 students. You know very well. Sujana, form tax notes I shared. You can check it. Gauri Shankar, notes link till you didn't receive. Krishna Patil, yeah, I'll send. Satyanarayana, just that is contact admin only. That is have no idea. They'll conduct. Ashish, understood, but giving answers only it is taking time. Srujana, not audio video. That order in it is Google Drive. Maybe order changed. Form tags are there. You can check it. HTML complete notes is over. You can check it. Order maybe audio video appearing at the top. We'll see continuation tomorrow. Bhumika. Comments anywhere you can write. Ashutosh. JavaScript after completion of CSS, it may take 1 week, 10 days. Saurabh, 1 month required still. We'll see continuation tomorrow.